Hi, I'm Alan Pagel, SBG NorCal, and helping me today is
John DeYoung, SBG NorCal.
And what we're going to talk about is one of the fundamental principles of fighting and jiu-jitsu, and it's connecting. That is, how do you connect with your partner? And we're going to talk first about side control. Go ahead. Try it. No. Okay, so what's going on here? Basically, I'm using my body, pressure, and certain lines of force to keep John under control here. So let's look at that again. So we'll go into some details. So first thing, my goal here to control him is to keep him flat and then make sure that he can't move his hips so he can't put me in his guard. If he's able to get onto his side, his edge, he can shrimp away and then his legs come into play and I'm no longer in control. So keeping him flat, my main tool is getting this shoulder under his head, into his armpit, and then placing weight on this quadrant of his body. Keep my head up so I can kind of press my chest into him. So right now I'm not even going to worry about his guard, but let's just take a look at how this piece operates. So he's going to move around. So you can see, you can relax that hand as much as you want. Keep going. All right. So this is my tool to basically keep him flat on the mat. I use my knee into his hip to keep him from putting me in his guard. So upper body, and then lower body. Now, there's two other lines of force here, right? That is this knee jamming into his hip, and then this foot pressing forward into his head. Not down here, but up here. So from here, if he moves around, got him under control. Okay, so let's look at another idea of connection. Still kind of going from a side control position, but you'll see the differences and we can talk about what those are later. John? So the differences are, in this position, I've really got John locked down. That is, I've taken control of all the parts that I need. That is, I've got his near side arm killed, I've got the underhook for myself, and I've got this cross face, which is going to keep his head turned, and I've got his guard blocked out. Lots of contact, right? My hips low, my head up, and lots of control, okay? This version, it's a little different, right? Lots of space in between our bodies, but no weight on his chest, but I've got this arm pinned with my shin, this hand out, and my head available to help keep me on top. So as he moves around, so connected in both cases, come on back. But you can see in the one, there's lots of parts of my body that are contacting him, and the other, very few. My shin, a little bit of an underhook, and then the rest is just what I place on the mat to stay on top. So let's look at the similarities though. The main thing is I know what I'm putting on the mat. That is, what I really want to use to control John is my body, my weight. That's how I put pressure on him, okay? Now, in all of these cases, even here, most of my weight is a little bit on my knee, so it's heavy. And then the rest on him, through his chest, driven by my leg. So anything else I put on the mat is just weight off of John. So if I put both knees down here, if I bring him up very close like so, very little weight on him. That means much easier for him to escape. Okay? So I've got lots of area of contact with very little pressure. So by getting these positions, right, I can maximize the amount of my weight, my pressure I can put onto John. Similar fashion, here I don't have control of his whole body, or as much of his body, I should say, as in the first part of side control, but I have virtually 90% control of this arm and this side of his body. Here, I'm not so concerned about keeping him flat on the back. I mean, John can raise up and keep his shoulder off the mat, but he's not going to be able to move through me, right? This is as far as he can go because I'm in the way. And it's okay if he moves him, right? If he wants to move around, that's okay. He's not going to get through my body with this shoulder. I can push back with this foot, right? As he tries to come into me hard, I can push back. If he tries to lift me with this arm over here and dump me that way, my head just touches the floor, and guess what? He's out of luck. So the key thing about connection is knowing how you're connecting with your opponent. Am I going for great area and maximum control of area? Or am I going for smaller areas and maximum control of a small area of his body? Whichever one I choose, I need to be aware of what am I putting on the mat. Anytime I put weight on the mat, I better know there's a reason why. It's got to achieve a goal for me. Because if I don't have a goal in mind when I put my weight on the mat, then I'm just giving my opponent less pressure and an opportunity to escape. So when you think about connection, think about where's my weight on my opponent and where's my weight on the mat. And if you do that, you're going to find great connections and you're going to have a great time doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Thank you so much.